Yes, sir. We're officially back at it. Boog Nice coming at you with an update. So, as promised, I switched up this set a little bit. It was originally a nighttime set and something kind of socially conscious that I did. And now I switched it up to daytime. I stuck with the figure that was down on the ground originally and changed them up and used them for their intended purposes here, I guess. So I got the Mezco Rumble Society, the Pink Skulls Chaos Club set in the mail the other day. And I've been anticipating opening it up and working with these things. They come with a lot of accessories. So you get 3 figures in the can. It's their really good Gomez body originally, but they gave you quite a bit of accessories, almost 3 of everything. You got I guess some things will be popping up. It's too much to even remember, but some really cool things to highlight. The Molotov cocktails, you get one that's lit and not lit. The bandanas, you get the little switchblades or knives or whatever they are, wristwatches, the hats. But the really good thing about these is that the bodies are really, really good. It's crazy that Mezco's paying so much attention to their own characters and not putting more TLC into established Marvel and DC characters, but it is what it is. So these guys were created as villains to go against Gomez. They have their own little thing going on with the Gomez character and a backstory. What I did was I actually used 2 of the previous Gomez bodies, the Agent Gomez figure and the Street Gomez figure, and then I just turned them into additional gang members for the skulls here. And my set is comprised of my bodega diorama from my man Chris Lyons, and my dilapidated building in the back there from the late great Ogun Ryu, and some props here from my man Steven Fernandez, and just some pretty simple posing, and that's what it is, man. I was pretty happy with this overall, but this was just to set up something else that I want to do later tonight. Probably that's a bit more dynamic. I think I'm gonna set up a little trick shot utilizing some A.C.B.A flight stands and just some good angling. I always say this, I'm always advocating for tangible displaying. I never ever Photoshop anything. There is absolutely a way to get anything you want to get done without heavy Photoshop, without any Photoshop at all. I'm not really a fan of that. I don't really particularly care for it, and I don't do a lot of liking of those type of photos on social media, whether it be in the ACBA group or on Instagram or whatever the case may be. I like my stuff to just look natural and look organic. When things are too heavily shopped, it's just, is it still toy photography anymore? It's funny, I saw a comment this morning from Glenn, aka Iron Cack, I guess that's how you pronounce it, on Instagram. And he talked about like dirt throwing. I used to make fun of those type of toy photos with just people just throwing dirt and putting figures there and not even really posing the figures. I take a lot of pride in my posing, and everything is put together how it is for a specific reason. And I study the anatomy of characters and of people and try to make everything look as clean and as good as possible. So when I see others just putting a figure up on a flight stand that they're gonna Photoshop out and then just throwing dirt on it, I'm just not a fan of that, or heavily Photoshopping it. Man, if you can't pose, you can't do this. At the end of the day, your posing is the foundation for anything that's gonna be solid as far as displaying goes, in my opinion. I like a lot of stuff that is not even crazy in terms of shopping. It may just be something that's comical, that's funny, that's well lit and nicely posed, that's just really funny. So certain people, even people that are like have super duper big followings on Instagram, that they put up something and in 5 minutes they got 3,000 likes or something on it. I still scrutinize that stuff. I don't care who you are or how Instagram famous you are. If your shit is whack, it's whack. If you can't pose, you can't pose, and I'll say that shit. I'll comment that shit. It is what it is, But yeah, just so we try to promote that and push that in the group, and stuff like this that you see showing up is not something that I particularly care for. Is it a place for it? Sure, no, absolutely. We don't try to turn anybody away in the group, but I'm always pushing for tangible, 100% tangible. In other news, still a lot of speculation about the Black Widow flick, and a lot of people trying to backtrack and get Red Guardian now, the Marvel Legends Red Guardian. I hope at some point we do get a complete Winter Guard. I wouldn't be surprised if there is some cameo by Ursa Major in this movie, and I do think that we are going to get an Ursa Major Build-A-Figure at some point from Marvel Legends too, so look out for that. I should be getting the SHF Boma with the pink outfit today. I'm a little late as far as the early crowd goes for that, but I have something in mind that I want to do with her as far as the setup. And then I'm also about to get charged for the Mezco cable with the light up features. I think both cables are supposed to drop this month, but I'm assuming if I get charged today or tomorrow that I will have the figure before the end of the week, because you know, I'm right in New York City and they ship from Long Island if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, look out for that stuff. I'll touch base with you guys again maybe late tonight or tomorrow. And as always, thanks for hanging out. Rate, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.